Okay, today in religion, we're going to read Noah's Ark. You're going to need your rainbow that you made. You're going to need your blue piece of paper and your ark. All right, why don't you find those things and then we'll read our story. Press pause if you need to. Noah and the ark. After Adam and Eve were banished from Eden, mankind began to multiply around the earth. But man grew more and more evil, and his wickedness angered God. God began to regret making this beautiful world, and he was very sorry that he had made man. Look at, they're being unkind to animals, to each other. Then God decided that it was just time to destroy mankind and end the wickedness that man brought forth. But there was one man who pleased God very much, whose thoughts and deeds were good, and his name was Noah. God told Noah, "The evil on earth cannot continue. A great flood will come and destroy all living things." God told Noah to build an ark made of good timber. When the flood would come, Noah, his wife, and 3 sons and their wives would be safe. So Noah told his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, that they would help build the ark. And when the ark was done, God spoke to Noah again. "Take 2 of every kind of living creature, animals, birds, and all the creeping things, male and female, and bring them with you into the ark." The Lord God told Noah to bring food for 40 days and for 40 nights. God had decided to make a great rainstorm that would flood all of the earth. So Noah gathered 2 of every animal he could find until they were all safe together in the ark. Noah led his wife and his sons into the ark and closed the doors behind them. The people outside laughed at Noah and his ark. But Noah trusted God and waited for the promised flood. Remember, Noah built an ark, a boat, in the middle of the land. There was no water nearby. So all the people aren't very nice to begin with. And then they're being so mean to Noah, making fun of him because he built an ark on dry land. 7 days later, it began to rain. It rained and rained for 40 days and 40 nights. The water grew higher and higher, destroying all the wicked of the world. Soon there was nothing left, and no one left in the world except for Noah and his family and all the animals on the ark. Everything was covered with water. When the rain finally stopped, Noah looked out at the earth and saw the flood rising higher and higher until even the mountains were covered with water. The ark floated on the earth for 150 days. And on the 7th month and the 17th day, it rested on the mountain of Ararat. But God did not forget Noah, for he sent a wind across the water until the flood began to go down. And soon the mountains could be seen again. Noah set a dove free to see if it was safe to open the ark. But the dove could not find a place to rest and returned back to Noah. 7 days later, Noah sent the dove out again. That evening, she returned with an olive leaf in her mouth. Noah knew that the flood had finally ended. Right? Noah waited another 7 days and sent the dove out once more. This time, the dove did not return. She had found a dry place to land. Now Noah knew that the water had dried, so he let his wife and his sons and their wives and all the birds and the animals out from the ark. Noah built a great altar to God and made offerings until God spoke to him once more. God said, "While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, summer and winter, and night and day shall not stop, and never again shall I send a flood to destroy the earth. I'm giving you the rainbow as my promise." That was his sign. That was God's sign to Noah that he wouldn't do that again. And to this day, man and living things flourish on the earth. So we're gonna make our rainbow picture today. But first what we're gonna do is we're gonna color and cut out our arc. So I'm gonna have you do it with crayons. I'm just gonna make it all brown. But if you wanna make your arc colorful, you can make it colorful if you'd like. And this is a window, so I'm gonna leave the window white because it's like there, can peek out. Sometimes I turn my paper to make it easier for my hand to color. So if you ever need to turn your paper to make it easier to color, you can always do that. And you always should hold your paper down with your other hand that's not coloring so it doesn't wiggle. Look at, if I were to do this, oh no, my paper, I can't color. But if I hold my paper down, I can color nicely. So that's a little trick that we need to learn. Hold your paper down with your other hand. All right, so there we go. Let me find my scissors. Here they are. All right, and we're gonna cut out our arc. This is a little bit tricky, but I'm just gonna cut right on the line around it. There's a little bit of a part that sticks out right there. There, I cut my arc out. There he is. And on this paper too, I think I forgot to include clouds with your work. So press pause right now and have mommy or daddy come help you for a minute. So press pause and go get somebody, a grown-up, to help you. Or not, it doesn't have to be mommy or daddy, it can be any grown-up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it in half, and then right here in this empty space, I'm just gonna make a cloud, and I'm gonna keep it folded in half while I cut it out, because then I'll have two clouds. Sorry, I think I forgot to put the clouds in with the work. All right, okay. So there we've got our blue paper. We're gonna use our glue stick or a bottle of glue today. You can decide what you're gonna use. I'm gonna use a bottle of glue because I don't have a glue stick close to me. But I'm gonna put glue on the back of my rainbow. So my rainbow, I used the Do-A-Dot pens, markers, or whatever those are called. And they were really juicy, so they like kind of went everywhere. So I'm gonna put glue all around my edges and a little bit in the middle, not making puddles of glue. I'm gonna put my rainbow right in the middle, like that. I'm gonna put some glue at the bottom of my rainbow and put on one cloud. It's okay if your cloud hangs off the bottom. I'm gonna put some glue on the bottom of the other side and put my other cloud there. Oh, that's the cutest. Then I'm gonna put glue on the back of my arc, and I'm gonna stick my arc right in the middle. And that tells us, what does the rainbow tell us? God promised he would never send a flood to destroy the whole earth again.